back to another episode of Endpoint Pulse, where we unravel the intricacies of cybersecurity and the impact of endpoint management and security solutions on combating cyber threats. This is your host Bhuvi back with another installment of Unique Implementation Saga series. In our previous episode, we had the privilege of hearing from Chris, a cybersecurity consultant from New Zealand, who shared invaluable insights into how Endpoint Central serves as a pivotal solution empowering IT managers worldwide to fortify their organization against potential threats. If you haven't caught up on that conversation yet, you can find it on Spotify and other streaming platforms. Just search for Endpoint Pulse and click the follow button to get notified about the latest episodes. Now, in today's episode, we have the honor of hosting Jasper Vermeulen, an accomplished account manager of Certelink from Belgium. With an impressive 8-year tenure in the market, Certelink specializes in delivering cutting-edge security solutions to organizations worldwide. Jasper, we would love to hear a little bit about you. Would you mind sharing your background with our listeners?
Yeah, thank you, first of all, for the great introduction. My name is Jasper Vermeulen. I am one of the account managers of Certelink. We are the Belgian and Luxembourgish partner for ManageEngine in European markets. If we then talk about the solution, UEM, Unified Endpoint Management, I think this is one of the most chosen solutions in our market. Also, if you talk about references, sectors, it's very divided. It can go from healthcare, where we see a lot of these customers, but also in the pharmacy, private sector, mid enterprise, high enterprise, small enterprise. It goes very dividing. And that's all thanking to the great solution Unified Endpoint Management, Endpoint Central can give to you, because it can consolidate a lot of different OS systems. It's very strong also with Apple devices in specific in comparison with other competitors. So that with a good user-friendly solution like Endpoint Central, I think that's why it's, as of today, one of the most taken solutions in ManageEngine suite in Belgium and Luxembourg.
Wow, that's impressive. It appears that Endpoint Central not only accommodates various operating systems, but also caters to diverse industrial sectors. Given your expertise in cybersecurity, what makes Endpoint Central stand out? What do you think makes it unique when compared to, its competitors?
For me, one of the highlights why Endpoint Central is unique, why it is like that is I think it saves you in the first hand a lot of time, because with some bulk actions that you can perform in the patching, with patch management, but also with software deployment, configurations, imaging, and you can go on, mobile device management. Those won't only save you time, but also gain a lot more visibility, and you will harden by that also your security policies. Definitely in the latest years, Endpoint Central invested a lot in their security approach. You can see that, of course, this year with the expansion in the security edition. And I think that's only the beginning of being, first of all, as a endpoint manager, a consolidator of your endpoint landscape in your environment, to go really to a more security solution, where you can set policies, do some automation, do bulk updates, so you remain safe for the malicious approachers, hackers from the outside. So I think with a good endpoint strategy in the beginning, you can gain a lot insights, but also clear visibility and better posture on security with the features from Endpoint Central, and specifically also the security edition features.
Time savings, enhanced visibility, and automation. Seems like a perfect combination for today's IT admins. But beyond theory, can you share a real world story where Endpoint Central stopped a cyber attack? What happened and how did it make the difference?
Yeah, we actually have a specific incident where Endpoint Central gained us a lot of time and yeah, helped us through the situation basically. So yeah, one of our customers called us in to say they were having some encryptions. They were getting breached actually, so they were getting hacked as we were speaking by the time. Um, so with that in mind, we went to the customer on site. Uh, we had all the security technology uh, that we immediately installed, but that also needed an agent. But because a lot of the devices at the time were infected, we had to act fast. So because they were also an Endpoint Central customer, we actually used Endpoint Central to take the application of a security solution, also for the agent install, and we did a bulk installation through Endpoint Central, which gained a lot of time. And within 2 or 3 hours, we could remediate all the vulnerabilities or all the encrypted devices, and basically after that a day, hectical day, the company was very free again. Um, so I think if I need to think about one specific instance, that would be the instance I could think of where Endpoint Central really gained a lot of time during a time where we really were short on time, say it like that.
Looks like Endpoint Central did save the day. Implementing new solutions often comes with its challenges. Can you share any notable challenge that you encountered and effectively overcame following the implementation of Endpoint Central?
Yeah, I have actually a very recent one that is just right now it is finalizing. But that couldn't be done without the help of the team of Central and ManageEngine. So I've had a big pharmaceutical prospect, which is now a customer, well, or became a customer, let's say it like that. And they also bought some ManageEngine suites. But for Endpoint Central specific, we were checking this with the customer. We did a POC and everything. But they needed a specific use case where they have a large production environment, and those machines have to be always running in uptime. They can't have really downtime. So that means because they have some small patching windows that for some years some of the machines just didn't get a patch. So some machines over there are right now in 2 or even 3 years without the latest Windows patch. That's a big vulnerability, of course. But the issue was that a patch from the past, it's called the superseded patch. So out of the box in the Endpoint Central suite, this was supported for up to 3 months. So actually, our customer who was reviewing Endpoint Central, they actually needed this for 2 years, yeah, at least. So this feature in specific wasn't possible out of the box with Endpoint Central, but that is not where the show stopped for us. Because it was a very hard demand for the customer. So instead of just saying, yeah, we can do this, I'm very sorry, Mr. Customer. No, the product team innovatively, really from their own, said to me, Jasper, look, we will take this up into development because also regarding the size, the importance of this customer, we know this. So that's why we will take this up into our own development team to create this for you. But this will take some time. Can you check this with the customer if they are, yeah, open to this idea. And when I proposed it, they were actually quite enthusiastic about this because actually were quite a big fan of the solution, but they were a little bit bummed out, I have to say, about duplicated patching that wasn't there. But when I said, yeah, they will develop this, it will take up some months, but are you prepared to wait for this development side and this final workarounds for to have working the to have the superseded patching working in progress in Endpoint Central. And their answer was a straight on yes. They said like, yeah, this can be done. We won't even sign it off. Then we will definitely 100% buy this. And this was happening around April, March. So this has been 3, 4 months. And as of today, actually, I received the official update from the Endpoint Central team that by the end of the week, we have the upgrade ready. So then this means we can actually deploy this with our customer who we created this for. So this is quite, yeah, I think one of the best stories I can tell myself about your flexibility, but also thinking ahead with the customer to, yeah, to also have the deal at the first hand side, but also I think on a long-term process, long-term relationship with this customer. I think this is a very, yeah, the best start possible. I think because the customer really feels helped out personally. We even developed something very just for them, so they really felt a trust with that towards ManageEngine, and I don't think the story stops there. And they will look into a whole other more solutions of ManageEngine.
Absolutely. I think customized solutions are what organizations these days are looking out for because every organization is different and they have different needs too. Seems like ManageEngine is not just building customized products, but also strives to build the trust, which is a crucial factor for any product in the market. With that being said, we conclude this episode. Jasper, it has been a pleasure having you on the show.
And again, thank you as well to think of us. It was a really honor and pleasure to help with this. Anytime in the future, if you need me for anything, you can definitely count on our help from us at Sertalink. Thank you.
Sure, we'll keep that in mind, Jasper. And thank you, listeners, for joining us today. Stay tuned for future episodes where we'll delve deeper into cutting edge strategies and practical tips to fortify your digital defenses. Until then, this is Bhuvi signing out from Endpoint Pulse. Stay tuned, stay fortified.